If you like this video, why not subscribe?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Frugal Filmmaker, and I've got a really good episode, I think, for you out there that like to shoot in the sun, as I recently have been doing, and figuring out some solutions to problems I've been having. If you recall from a few weeks ago, you've probably seen this picture 100 times, and I'm sorry I keep showing it, but it's a picture of me with a t-shirt over my head, draped over a monitor so I could see, because I was shooting in direct sunlight on the roof of a building, and it was very difficult without some kind of covering over my head. So that led me to create the monitor hood episode, which you may have seen. And when I posted that video, YouTuber SJS responded with, hey, why don't you just use a folding black umbrella? That way you could shield yourself, the monitor, and even keep the rain off. And I thought, well, that's an awesome idea. Why didn't I think of that? So I went poking around the internet looking for some kind of contraption that could hold an umbrella, somehow connected to my tripod in some way. And so that's when I came across this. This is sort of just a generic thing. I don't know what else to call it. It's basically, it attaches to your bike's handlebars and allows you to mount an umbrella to your bicycle, if that's what you like to do. I'm not sure why you would do that, but I thought this is perfect because this could be the very same size, bike handlebars, tripod arm. I can mount this on the tripod arm, hold an umbrella, problem solved. This was only $7, so I ordered it and I got it, and it didn't quite do what I wanted. First, the problem was that this clamp that goes right to the bike handlebars or your tripod arm was too big for a tripod arm. So I had to pad the arm with some gaff tape, and even then I had to clamp it down, and I had a problem because unless the umbrella was directly straight up and down, when I tried to articulate it with this arm here, which was handy to have that, it would start, gravity would start to pull it off to one side, and it was frustrating. And I thought about, hey, I can just maybe reverse these bolts and have them point upwards so I could tighten them from the top here, because the way they are now you can only tighten them from the bottom. And it wouldn't let me do that. The way it's designed, it didn't let me. So it didn't give me what I wanted. And so I didn't like that. And I thought, I'll just keep looking. So I kept poking around the web, and I found, I thought, well, hey, maybe I should not look for a contraption that holds an umbrella, but maybe an umbrella that already has a contraption attached to it that will allow me to clamp it to things. And so I came across some beach umbrellas that had clamps on them. But the problem with those was that they were just straight up and down. They didn't have any form of articulation, so that wouldn't work. And then I stumbled across this. This is the Versa-Brella, made by a company called Sport-Brella, and it basically has, as it's advertised, everything that I was looking for. The first thing is this. It has a big heavy-duty clamp on one end. It's a heavy-duty plastic, which isn't metal, which is unfortunate, but it looks pretty durable. It's got a nice big clamp knob right here. You can attach it easily to your tripod leg. In fact, this clamp is claimed will attach to any surface, round, square, rectangular, or whatever, that's 1.5 inches or less. So you could attach it to bleachers or a stroller or a beach chair or a tripod. I mean, all those things work. And that's what I did. It also has 2 points of articulation right near the clamp that's accessible with these big buttons right here that are easy to push. You also have an articulating point that's about 2/3, maybe a little less than that, up the neck of the umbrella, that when you push that button, you can move the umbrella on another point. And then finally, we have the top of the Versa-Brella will actually spin so that you can adjust it that way. And if you're wondering, why would you do that with an umbrella? Well, you might notice that the Versa-Brella is not a perfect circle. It's actually it's an oblong shape. It's oval. And so that just allows more versatility so that you can shade yourself with this. Some other features I noticed about this that are worthwhile are it's got these little plastic tips that will prevent you from poking someone in the eye with this, or if they run into it, which I think is a bigger issue with this than a normal umbrella because it's more of a flatter shape. It's a sun umbrella, it's not a rain umbrella. So it's very shallow, where a rain umbrella the points would point downward. These kind of stick straight out, so that's good. And there's no point on the tip either. It's flat, which I think is another good feature for something like this. Also, because it is a sun umbrella, it is rated, supposed to keep the sun off you here. 50 UPF, I'm not sure if that's the same as SPF, but you're not going to get a sunburn if you're under this, which is really nice if you're in the sun all day and you're shooting, so that is good. And it also comes with its own bag right here, so you can easily carry it around and it just won't be open flopping all over the place, even though there are Velcro straps that keep it together. So I like this. It's only $20 on Amazon and eBay, $20 to $25 depending on where you get it and how much you're paying for shipping. Now, is there anything I didn't like about this? I am a little concerned about all the plastic. All the articulating points are plastic. There is a metal bolt running through the clamp right here, which you can probably kind of see the reflection on the metal there, which I'm glad that's metal. But all the points that articulate are plastic, so I imagine after enough use they are going to break. The question is, when will that be? Now, this is much heavier duty material than what I got from China right here. So I am encouraged by that. Other than that, I really have no complaints. I think the price is really good. It does everything that I want, and it's well made. One thing I did notice is that if you are going to mount this to your tripod, you will want to mount it more often to your tripod leg, which will put the clamp in a vertical position, which allows you much more freedom of articulation, because when I did want to mount this on my tripod arm, it did work, of course, but when this is horizontal, the Versa-Brella has many more opportunities to flop over and pull itself in one direction or off to the side. This is a pretty valuable item to have in your kit, especially if you're shooting in the sun a lot, so you won't want to get sunburned or cooked, or you want to see your monitor. All those are great reasons to have this. And another great reason to have this is if you're by yourself a lot. If you're one-man banding it and you don't have someone to hold a reflector or a piece of foam core over you if you're shooting in the sun a lot, this is awesome because it's self-contained. It attaches to your tripod. You don't have to have anybody there to hold it, and it works really well for that. So this is the Versa-Brella. I'm the Frugal Filmmaker. Thanks for watching.